Yes guys, welcome back. So end game, I'm not sure what episode, but we are ending the end to the game. I am 6 days out. I'm channeling every bit of energy into this video. Truth be told, I'm on my ass. We've not actually had an update really since, I think the last video we did maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. So yeah, we are 6 days out. You'll know from the last video exactly where we're at with regards to weight changes, update, peak week protocol, but this is a peak week session number 1, fresh off the back of my last leg session, which was yesterday, which was actually a Sunday, which was a bit weird, but you know, this is the way things are. So yeah, 6 days from Italy, going push today, pull tomorrow, traveling on Wednesday, 2 upper sessions in Italy, rest, and then it's fucking go time. So yeah, it's all coming around pretty soon. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm flat. I'll pose through at the end and I will tell you now that I will hate it. I will feel small and pathetic, but this is all part of it. I need to get through to Thursday and then we fill for 3 days and bring a package worth looking at, hopefully on Sunday. So for now, I'm going to start off just with some hanging knee raises just for the midsection, and we're going to get into the session. The session itself is going to follow the normal format in terms of kind of the exercises that I connect with, that I get on with. But in terms of intensity, there won't be any real failure sets today. At this point, there's nothing to be gained except the risk of injury. You know, recovery is compromised, the energy levels are low. So it's just about getting in, stimulating, and then doing some posing and getting home and resting. So let's get started. So 3 sets here, 3 sets of 15, just keeping things ticking over. I like continuing core work all the way through pretty much, just because it keeps my mind on my midsection. And I know that if I can keep that consciously tight, it will benefit me on stage, especially if some other guys get a little bit loose with the midsection. So try and get an advantage where I can. So we're starting off the push section with some side delts. Like I said, the session itself is going to look familiar to you guys if you followed the journey so far. The difference today, there'll be slightly less total number of sets. There will be, like I said, no failure sets. But what I will be doing even more so, and you know, this is something that's always in my mind, is trying to feel every single rep, trying to connect with every single rep, trying to make every single rep as hard as possible to get the most out of it. Yeah, you know, right now, just getting it done to the best of your ability, really. There's nothing to it but to do it, as the great man said. So let's do it. So I'm still writing my sessions down. Obviously, they don't have a lot of relevance in terms of past or future comparison, but what they do help is, like, obviously I've got multiple peak weeks coming up, and it'll just give me a nice reference point just to sort of follow. The last thing I ever want to do is go into the gym and not know kind of exactly what I'm going to do, at least exercise selection wise. So this is why this is really handy.
Take me down to the river where the peace won't run dry. Gather round at the river where my
So pec deck, first time you guys would have seen, I've changed how I do it slightly. So I'm putting the handles actually in the groove of my elbow. You get a little bit of redness, it's a little bit sore the heavier you go obviously, but I find in terms of mind muscle connection, I'm getting even more out of it. You know, on a pec deck, regardless of where your hands are, the focal point is driving your upper arm, your elbow into the midline. Obviously if the point of force or resistance is on your elbow, all you can do is drive your elbow in. So I get a really nice connection through that. It's a good feel and a good stretch. I kind of took it from like John Jewett. I saw him, he doesn't do it in his elbow, but he does it sort of mid forearm. When I do it mid forearm, it sort of slips about a bit. Must be my dolphin-like skin. But on the elbow, it feels really good. So yeah, just working in with the big boys, Mr. Eddie and Mr. Max Hall. Try not to get too embarrassed by how strong his 11-year-old son is. We won't film that.
Down now, mate.
Yeah, Italy on Sunday to compete, so 6 days.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah,
so that's soon.
yeah.
Gee, I just think to myself, fucking chisel.
It's not a lot left now.
6.
Yeah.
So what's the last 6 days compromise? Like, fuck all carbs.
It's not, it's kind of normal, like where I'm where I need to be.
Yeah.
So like the last 3 days are fun, because then we'll be putting a load in. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta get till Thursday, survive till Thursday and I'll make it.
It's a sad life, isn't it?
That's mate, honestly.
It's a sad side.
Yeah. It's around about now you question why you do it.
Freedom for my body, soul, and mind. Freedom, here at the river where I leave it all behind.
So that last set was like an example of like a heavy set for this session, where I pushed but not to failure. So like the last rep was slow, but it wasn't a grind and it certainly wasn't a failure. So although it is frustrating because, you know, if you've trained and done bodybuilding as long as me, you probably fucking love training. So you just want to go at it. And even now, I still want to go at it, even though energy levels are low. But it's just not going to benefit me. So I'll do three working sets here. Just going to play around with the resistance profile because I have the opportunity on the prime. So again, 3 sets to 1 to 2 reps away from failure. I can feel my chest nicely after the pec deck connection there. And then we'll do 1 more press, a little bit of crossover work, and then some triceps and delts to finish. Oh, it's hard not doing that last rep. You just wanna, you know you can fight for it, but gotta be smart.
Here I go, back to the river, where my soul is satisfied. Lord, I know you will deliver.
Feel very flat, very small. 289 this morning, which is nearly the lightest. I got that to 288 end of last week. So yeah, it's pretty much me empty now. Gotta deal with the mind games of feeling like a little stick man. So just the 3 sets there, 3 sets of 10, same weight. You know, when I started, I thought, oh, maybe I'll, you know, escalate the weight, and it will not, but it's instinctive today. 10 reps on that weight, felt good, got the connection, got the feel. Going heavy, I would have just started moving it with a little less conscious thought on the muscle. So again, just being frustratingly sensible this session. But just a few examples of how I personally approach peak week. So you'll see that throughout. Hopefully you'll be able to take away something. You know, it's always nice when people feedback. But at the end of the day, the whole point of this YouTube is to show them what I do, some reasoning behind it. And at the end of the day, I like people to go away, have a think about what I said. If they think it's bullshit, fine. Otherwise they can look at applying it, try it themselves if they like it, fantastic. If not, you still learn something.
Oh, I can't feel anymore. I spent all my time waiting on the rain, and when it to brick by brick to keep me safe. But as it grew, the air got thin. I can't breathe anymore.
So that's chest. That's chest wrapped up. So we'll start with some side delts. We'll start and finish with some delts, but then we did isolation pec deck, elbows driving in, incline prime, where we kind of pushed the sets a little bit harder, 3 working sets there, then just 3 straight sets on the Nautilus flat, and then 3 straight sets on the crossover. Again, connection and I say blood flow, trying to feel some sort of a pump, which when you're flat is pretty hard, but not impossible. And I am actually playing around today with a new pre-workout combo, so if anyone's interested. So it's non-stim. I'm basically trialing it to see how I feel, so I can use it ahead of stage, pre-stage. I always want to make sure it sits well, I feel good on it. So far so good. So it's Vascumax, which I always use as a pump product, but then I'm also using the Combat Fuel Pump V2, I think it's called. So 1 scoop of each, so double pump, but they're different ingredients within them. And like I said, I'm running flat right now. I might not look particularly pumped, but I can feel a good level of blood flow. So I think when I'm bursting full of carbs, that should be quite good. And the nice thing is I feel, you know, stomach-wise, digestion-wise, you never want to just throw something in pre-stage that you've not used and then realise that, you know, it disagrees with you and you're bloated or you need a shit or something like that. So winning combo, Vascumax, Combat Fuel, Pump V2. Check it out, either or, together, whatever.
But you can't hide once you've seen the truth, and the sleepers rise when the light comes through. Daylight is coming, but we're sleeping from fear. You can't stop what's already here.
So 2 exercises on triceps, normal extensions, and then this cable French press. In sessions past, I've done a superset on triceps, but at this point I'm just sticking to straight exercises, straight sets. No intensifiers, no drop sets, no rest pause sets, no supersets. Just focus on 1 set at a time. And again, that also just prevents the accumulation of unnecessary volume and my internal excitement to just do more and more and more. So it keeps a lid on that. And again, another reason why for me a logbook is a valuable tool more than just kind of tracking progress on lifts. It holds me accountable to a sensible session volume. So yeah, 2 more sets here, 1 more side delt, a little bit of rear delts, and then it's done. And like in terms of time, this session will probably be done in like an hour and 15, hour and 30 tops, whereas normally it would be hour and 45, nearer 2 hours. So that just shows, obviously I haven't got as long between rest between sets because I'm not pushing to failure, I don't need that time, and the volume is slightly reduced and adjusted. And then we'll do some posing, and then I'll feel really depressed. Session done. Let's go do some posing.
But you can't hide once you've seen the truth, and the sleepers rise when the light comes through. Daylight is coming, but we're sleeping from fear. 'Cause you can't hide once you've seen the truth, and the sleepers rise when the light comes through. Daylight is coming, but we're sleeping from fear. You can't stop what's already here. So 2 exercises on triceps, normal extensions, and then this cable French press. In sessions past, I've done a superset on triceps, but then I'm also using the Combat Fuel Pump V2. So 1 scoop of each, so double pump, but then 1 scoop of each. So
Right guys, so that sees out that session. So push on peak week, 6 days out, first day of peak week. As you'll know from the last video, peak week isn't anything magical, but obviously from a training standpoint, energy standpoint, there are a few things that you'll have seen through this video that are different. All in all, I'm happy. You know, the energy levels through the session were solid. We got it done. It wasn't a complete weak as piss kind of thing. Posing after, I will look at the video and decide how I feel about that. But this is where coaching myself, knowing my body, I know that I am probably 10 pounds, if not more, lighter than I'll be on stage, because I know from previous kind of refeeds how my body responds and how it looks. And yeah, around about that 300 pound mark is where I look my best in terms of the total package. Right now I might look a little bit leaner potentially, but I'll probably sharpen out as I fill out, as everything's pushed against the skin. So this is probably, you know, close to my worst look. So if I can accept that and be happy enough with that, then happy days. And yeah, we move forward next few days, get the travel out of the way, hit Italy, have some fun on Sunday. So as always, thank you very much for staying with me, for subscribing, for commenting, for liking. It all adds up, it all matters. So keep it going, and yeah, any questions, let me know below. But yeah, hopefully I covered the majority of the intricacies in the last video. And then where are we today? So the next video you see will more than likely be the UK show video or something around that. Obviously this first show I'm just going solo, so on that note I will be trying to keep people updated with like little shorts running through things. But the real show YouTube content for you guys to look forward to is the UK show, and then the France show at the end of the month. That'll be a big one because Sam will be with me for most of the week, so we'll be able to see exactly how peak week looks in person, live and exclusive. But until then, I hope I've kept you in the loop. Thank you very much for your support. I'll speak to you soon.